Let's pay homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. Homage to Master Dupton Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of group practice tonight, the greatly merciful and compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Sumo Danzhen Katso, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the internet. And our participating VIPs today are Ambassador Dongzhou Liao, the Taipei rep to Norway and Sweden, and his wife, Dharma Sister Judy. Accountant to Buddha Foundation, Dharma Sister Teresa. Good evening, everyone. How do you do?
你好，大家好。我觉得始终感觉到这个法座。
I always feel that as soon as I get on this Dharma throne, I would enter into sleep. Not samadhi, but in Chinese it's like simodi. San like 3 and si like 4. So it's a deeper meditation than samadhi. So who saw Grandmaster nodding his head? Just swaying and drowsy. Did anybody see? You should have been very attentive. Someone there. Let me tell you. Nobody dared to raise his hand except the dinosaur Dharma brother. It was the dinosaur who said it. Did I count the beads? Kinda like it, but when they finished, I just counted half of it. This is strange. Every time I sit here, it's always like that. But the throne at the Rainbow Temples would not make me like that. But this one, because there's a heater there. But let me tell you one thing. When I enter into the Simodi, falling into sleep, there were a line of people in front of me, and they asked for the red envelope for the Chinese New Year.
我这是找我身上没有带红包。
And I was looking for them.
我的袋子
On
里
my
面
body, I didn't
是有
have any.
但是我
But in my bag,
真
I
的
have
身上是
some.
没有。
But not on my
我说
body.
啊，等一下看看谁
So I told
拿
them,
哈达来献。
let's see who's presenting the Hatha offering today.
他如果给我红包，我就
If
给
he
你们。
gives me an envelope, then I would give it to you.
如果有哪，那么他没有给我
If
红
there
包，
is an red
那你们
envelope.
今天晚上就直
But
接去找他好了。
he did not give me a red envelope, so tonight you guys can just go find him directly.
我告诉你哦，这是真实的，
You know, it's
真实的，
the truth.
真的，一排人都跟我要过年的红包，
A line
排成一排。
of people, they lined up and they all
我就
wanted
找了
red
半天，
envelope from
我
me.
没有想到我在
I was looking for
那个
the
香
red
袋里面是
envelopes everywhere, and I forgot that I had
摸自
some
己的身体是
in
没
my
有，
bag. But I checked on me. I
非
didn't
常
have
的真
any.
实。那我就告诉他，
It's
告诉
very
他们，
truthful.
等一下有人会
So
哈达来，
I told them that in a moment there
他
would be
如果给我
someone
红包，
presenting
我就会
hatha.
给你们。
And
他没有
then
给我
if
们的
he or
话， 你
she
就去
gives
找他
me
们。
a red envelope, then I will give that to you all. But if he doesn't,
真
then
的，
you have to
入
go find him.
四摩地的时候，
It's
就
true
有这些事情
that happened
产生出来。
when I entered into the Sumoti.
只是今天晚上，我看到了，我真的是
That's what I saw tonight.
这个很怪，这个椅子，
It's very strange, this seat
人
here.
家讲那个台北木萨指南宫哈，
They said
李
that
东宾的那个
at the Zinan Gong, the temple of Li Dongbing in Musa,
睡一个晚
Taipei,
上，李东宾都会在梦中指示，
that if you go there and sleep there,
而
that
且
Li
还讲
Dongbing
了一句话，
will appear in your dream
那
and
个
give
李
you
东宾
guidance.
会拆散人家的姻缘，
And they also
所以
say
千
that
万
Li
不要带
Dongbing
女
will
朋友
uh,
或者
break
女
apart
的带男朋友
couples.
去木萨
So
指南
don't
宫
go
拜拜，
there,
李东宾
don't go
这个
worship
他的
there
宝
with
剑一
your
砍，
boyfriend or girlfriend,
那两个人
because
姻
Li
缘就没有。
Dongbing will use his sword to
狮
cut
子
off the
结
thread
好的证
between the couple. And Grandmaster is the best proof of that.
我曾经去的那个李东宾庙，
I once visited the
Ai
Li
rồi.
Dongbing temple.
那个木萨指南宫，
That's the Zinan Gong in Musa.
李祖的庙，我是
So the Taoist patriarch Li
7
Dongbing.
年的女朋友，
And I brought a girlfriend of mine of 7
然后
years.
上了那个台阶，去到那
And we climb up
对
the
着李东宾
steps
这个跪下来，
and we kneel in front of Li
在那边合
Dongbing
掌。
and we join our palms and pray to him.
我没有祈祷说要跟我女朋友分手，
I didn't pray
绝
to
对没有这回
break
事。
up with my
我那
girlfriend.
时候还很好，我去
We
她
were
在
in
台
good
北工
terms
作，去
then.
台北找她。
She was working in Taipei and I went to Taipei to visit her and we visited the
下山以后呢，我们
patriarch
就
Li's
到了河
temple.
滨公园。
And
坐在
after
河滨公
we
园
went down from the temple, we went to the Peace
但那
Park.
就是你侬我侬，
And of course, we were very
7年呢，
intimate, and
真的是7年呢。
it had been 7
然
years
后完
then,
了以后啊，不知道怎么回事，
and don't know what happened.
就起了争
We
执
didn't
啊，
know what
2个人
happened.
就起了
We
争执。
started to argue.
才从木萨指南宫下来，
So we just came down from the temple and went to the Peace Park in Taipei. And then we were chatting there, and then I sent her back to her dorm. And we walked on a small alley, and I had her photo in my wallet, and I took her photo, and I told her, I'm returning this photo to you. And then she asked, oh, because you want a new one? And I told her, no, I would never want another one, ever. I was very firm. Never want another one. And then I turned around and then walked away with huge steps. And from then on, I never saw her again. So this Li Dongbing was very responsive. So we went to pray in the afternoon, and we broke up at that night. So it was very accurate. That was my own experience. And in front of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, I always speak truthfully. And his guidance in dreams are also very accurate. And just now, as when I sat here and I had some guidance in dreams, and I hope it's not that accurate. Later, you should sprinkle a few red envelopes. You know, buy the paper money, the spirit money, and burn them, okay? Because there were a lot of them. So really, you should buy some spirit money. Let me ask which burner you should use. The fourth burner. Really, you should burn the spirit money for them. Okay? So it's like you're helping me too. Otherwise, they may come find me again tonight. Sure, no problem. So, the same thing with Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Her responsiveness is the same. She or he is closest to sentient beings, so greatly merciful and compassionate. So merciful or loving kindness is to give sentient beings happiness, and compassionate meaning you resolve sentient beings' sufferings. So there's some difference between loving kindness and compassion, giving happiness and resolving sufferings. That's Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. And according to what I know, nowadays, the Avalokitesvara is truly marvelous, extremely beautiful. One hand is holding the nectar vase, and the other hand is holding the willow branch. Willow branch. And the sentient beings that she has delivered is first and foremost the most beings, because she's very compassionate. The whole Tibet is the spiritual center of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Many great living Buddhas are reincarnations or emanations of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, like Dalai Lama is also an emanation of the forearm Avalokitesvara or Chenresik. Karmapa is also an emanation of Avalokitesvara. And Padma Kumara is also an emanation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Padma Kumara is. In the Shambhala kingdom, the first king was Manjushri Bodhisattva, and the second king was the White Lotus King. And the White Lotus King was also an emanation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. So Avalokitesvara has innumerable emanations. And this Bodhisattva is the most compassionate. In the past, Master Pufang once said, and he said, if you want to practice purification, eradication of calamities, then you should pray the white deities. White deities are primarily for purification and eradication of calamities, and that is Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. So today we wear white. Let me share a joke. The wife is fighting with the husband, and they're laying on bed, and the wife was very angry and said, now I don't even want to see your face for 1 minute. You just get lost right away. And the husband asked, how? And the wife said again, turn off the light. It's unavoidable to get into a fight or argument, especially for a couple. Actually, the best way to handle arguments is not to have any. Isn't that nonsense? You're already arguing. So we should watch the look of the wife. If she looks bad, the only way is to run away, to avoid. Don't get into any argument. Just get away a little bit further. Don't listen to what she says, because if you listen, then your temper would rise. It's best not to hear anything, and you just wait until her temper has calmed down, then you come back. That's the way for a couple to get along with each other. So Grandmaster is also like Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, learning to be compassionate, never fight. So like a human being or human beings are fighting for the breath, and the Buddhas are fighting for incense. There is no use whatsoever in fighting. By all means, never fight. I have told this joke before. The husband was fighting with the wife, and in the beginning, the wife was very ferocious and continually fight and argued. And the husband was really angry, and the wife was also really angry, and they just tore each other apart. And then later, they got into a fight again. And yet the wife didn't say anything at all.
只是呢，去擦马桶。
And she instead was cleaning the toilet.
这个老婆就去擦马桶。
So the wife is wiping on the toilet, and the husband was curious. How come? Every time we were arguing, then you just go away and you clean all the toilets in the house. What happened? And the wife said, "Oh, I'm just using your toothbrush to clean the toilet." That's also a way, but please don't use your husband's toothbrush. Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva is truly compassionate, and she has a very soft and gentle heart. And in practicing Buddhism, we want to be gentle and soft and not hard and tough. Lao Tzu too said that softness wins over hardness. You know, it's not so good to be too hard or tough, or then it's easy for you to break. But if you're soft and gentle, then it would last forever and it would be more perfect. And this is the second joke. If you're looking for a wife, find one that doesn't like to put on makeup. So when she put on makeup once in a while, then you would feel touch. The husband would be moved. If your wife always put on makeup all the time, and once in a while she does not put on makeup, then you would be scared to death. But let me tell you, if you have a soft and gentle heart, and you learn from Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, then there's no need for you to put on makeup. You learn the spirit of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Are there men that put on makeup nowadays? So nowadays men also put on makeup. I feel that women are the ones who put on makeup. So we should say, we should have a gentle and kind heart. The Buddha once said, you should be responsible for your look. So what is the reason? If you have a gentle and kind heart, you would be like Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. When you're young, you would be very pretty and beautiful, but when you're old, you would be very kind and compassionate and amiable, and people love to get close to you. But if you don't have the spirit of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, it doesn't matter how gorgeous you are when you're young, but when you're old, because of your scheming and cunning, that you would look evil and vicious when you're old. That's why we say that your look comes from your mind and your heart. So in the past, the Bodhisattva also told me that whatever look you have when you're old, it's your own responsibility. If you look very fierce and ferocious or compassionate, so if your heart is vicious, then you would look vicious, but if you're compassionate, you would look very kind and compassionate. That's why during spiritual consultation, I would ask, show me the photo. And as soon as I see the photo, I can tell that he or she is already in hell or in the hungry ghost realm. That he, her, or his look is already in hell. I can tell immediately if that person would be able to go to the Western paradise or the realm of the sages. If someone has the look of poverty and evil, how can they go to the Pure Land, to the realms of the Buddha? So you can tell. So that's why your look comes from your hearts. If you have the compassion of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, then you would not look evil. So for us who's able to foretell from looks, I can tell. I can tell your past, your present, and your future. But I cannot tell if you put on makeup though. But if when you take off your makeup and you show your scary look, so therefore we want to learn to be like Avalokitesvara Bodhisattvas, to have the kind and gentle heart. So as a Buddhist practitioners, the most important one is to learn to have the gentle and soft heart, like water. And Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva is first and foremost in that, because she's most merciful and compassionate. And in order to be merciful and compassionate, you have to have the soft and gentle heart. So as a human being, we want to have a soft and gentle heart, to be compassionate toward all sentient beings. And so when you're old, your look would show your compassion and kindness. So it's not a good idea to have that scheming or cunning mind, always calculating toward others. This is very important. And Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, because she has the compassionate and soft and gentle heart, that's why the sentient beings that she has saved are the most. And Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva too has saved me and helped me in many problems before. And according to the Tantric Sutras, she's an emanation in a Sambhogakaya emanation of Amitabha Buddha. So the family of the Amitabha's lotus division is extremely broad. Many were emanated from Amitabha Buddha. I pray to Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, like those people earlier, can be guided by Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva to a better realm. And Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva also descended and in the sky sprinkled her nectar water. There is someone who started, who made a phone call to the China Telecom customer support in Taiwan. And because he started, he said, you well? My phone bill is so expensive. And then the customer service said, you speak like this. How can it be not expensive? So the phone call will be really long. You. So this is about cause and effect. The reason why the phone bill was expensive is because he took a lot of time and he spoke a lot. If Grandmaster makes a phone call, it's only a period of time. Some people, it's not like that. They can speak for 1 hour or 2 hours. Like they would speak until they're holding their cell phone and said, my hand now is numb and let me put it down and then we'll continue. You know, nowadays you can speak with the cell phones, but in the past, the land phone, she would call like this and kept talking and talking for 2 hours and then said, my arm is so numb. And then the other party too, and they put down and they took a break and then they pick it up again and it's continued. That's why the phone bill is high. There's a reason to that. There's cause and effect. It's the same with human beings. We just talk about the soft and gentle heart of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, her compassion. Therefore, the look of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva is always very kind and very dignified. When an individual's heart is beautiful, then his or her look will also be beautiful. And today we will continue to talk about Lamdre. Respect and faith sufficient when encountering obstructing phenomena of being beaten by ghosts or yaksas, or the achievement phenomena of seeing the body of Tathagata, etc. All these phenomena of gain and loss are our own spiritual experiences generated due to the accumulation of our own inner channels and vital energy. All arising phenomena are according to the instruction of the Guru as the path and affinity of one's own body, which generates supreme faith and understanding that gives rise to the non-returning or unchanging thought of the Guru as a Buddha. This is obtained through the ear transmission. Therefore, it is called the instruction of the 4-ear transmission. So this excerpt is talking about something that you would encounter in your dreams or in meditation. When you dream at night, have you encountered ghosts? Anyone? Please raise your hand if you have encountered ghosts in your dreams. Quite a lot. Should be all of them. You just don't dare to raise your hand. Like just now, Grandmaster saw them. I encountered ghosts. They asked for red envelopes from me. And Grandmaster just kind of closed his eyes for a short moment, and a line of people already asking for red envelopes. So how could you not encounter any ghost? This showed that there are flaws inside your body. So if you encounter ghosts in your dreams, that means you have some flaws or faults. So, or yaksas. So like when you are sleeping at night, yaksas are non-humans, and yaksas look really scary and ferocious. And if you're beaten by the yaksas, they capture you and beat you. Have you ever been beaten by ghosts at night? Or you have nightmares, you were chased by ghosts, you were beaten by ghosts. If you have nightmares like that, that showed that your own qi and channels, like when the channels are blocked, that will appear. Or when the qi is not moving smoothly, this phenomena will also happen. Or you have some hindrances in your light drops, this will also happen. If you practice the channels, qi and light drops, just now it was still okay. They just asked for red envelopes from Grandmaster, which showed that Grandmaster has the capability to give them. So they asked from me. And I looked around my body and didn't have any. So I didn't give it to them. But if I have them, I would give them. But this phenomena on me is not a sign of faults or flaws. They just ask for red envelopes from me. However, you should burn more spirit money for them. Because I help many people and to chase away the ghosts from their bodies. So instead, they would come find me. And this is natural. It's a cause and effect. But if you're being beaten by ghosts, by yaksas, that's the sign of obstructions. That your channels, your chi and light drops have some hindrances and obstructions. Or if you see the body of Tathagata, like I saw Amitabha Buddha, I saw Medicine Buddha, I saw Vairocana Buddha, I saw the 5 Dhyani Buddhas. That's the very good phenomena of attainments. So when you see the beautiful body of Tathagata or phenomena of being beaten by ghost, or you see the compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, that's a very high realm, or being beaten by ghosts, a very low realm. All this gain or loss are generated due to in our own inner channels and vital energy. So it's cause and effect here. So your channels, chi and light drops have obstructions, then you would be beaten by ghosts, by yaksas. This phenomena will happen. If your chi channels and light drops are very smooth, then you would be able to see the appearance of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva or other Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. That's what he meant here. So all the arising phenomena are according to the instruction of the Guru as the path and affinity of our own. So that's cause and effect, which generates supreme faith and understanding. So we need to understand that your dreams and spiritual experiences that you encounter in your meditation should give rise to the faith, to the supreme faith that is non-returning or unchanging thought of the Guru as a Buddha. That's why it's called the 4-year transmission. Therefore, you need to have pure faith. So your heart and mind should have this pure faith. That the respectful and pure faith toward our own root Guru, toward our own yidam, toward our own protectors. So if you have reverence and faith toward them, then you would attain the supreme faith, and then you would encounter extremely marvelous spiritual experiences and phenomena. When Suan Lian was asking me questions, she said that she's like this. When she's in Singapore, there was ghosts following her.
来到西雅图的时候，
And when she got to Seattle,
的时候，那个鬼还是跟着她到西雅图。
the ghosts followed her to Seattle.
所以我帮她解过2次，跟
And I helped her twice.
最近怎么样？好了吗？
So how is it now? Better?
就因为他有，你是在梦中念的。
Did you chant it in your dream?
他在梦中可以念上师心咒。
So she could chant Root Guru mantra in her dream, and that's already quite good.
请坐，请坐。
Please sit down.
昨晚梦见世尊。
And last night she dreamt of
他在
Grandmaster.
梦中可以念上师心咒。
So in her dream, she's able to chant Root Guru mantra. Now I like to ask you, can you chant Root Guru mantra in your dream?
有很多可以念上师心咒。
Many of you
记得在
can.
梦中一定要念上师心咒。
Remember, you have to be able to chant Root Guru mantra in your dreams. So if you're beaten by ghosts and you chant Root Guru mantra, the ghosts will run away. And Shuang Lian was like this. When she got here, those ghosts were still bullying her. And then I gave her blessings twice. Sequentially. So every time when the ghosts bullied her in her dreams, she chanted the Padma Kumara mantra and formed the Padma Kumara mudra. And the ghost ran away and then returned again, came back to her. But this time should be okay. So this kind of things happen. So if you have the pure faith, and naturally in your dreams you would be able to chant Root Guru mantra and you can chase away the ghost. Many people can chant Root Guru mantra and they disappeared. It's very simple, right? Hanifa's mother and father, after they passed away, the sarira was as big as tips of the fingers. Very beautiful, very shiny and smooth. They only chanted the Root Guru mantra and Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra. That's Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. So they only chanted the Hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra and the Root Guru mantra. So Hanifa, the translator's mom and dad, only chanted these two, and they already gained sariras. And her mom was very special. She died sitting. She cooked in the morning and she wanted to go out. And as she was leaving, she felt a little bit dizzy and then she sat on the chair and then just passed away like that. If I am like that, I would be really happy. Really. And after cremation, there are lots of sariras. That's really quite surprising. She just chanted the Root Guru mantra and Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra. That's really. So therefore, every day I would chant the Hiking Kuan Yin or Avalokitesvara Sutra. So we have witness here, and Shuang Lian just chanted the Root Guru mantra and the ghosts ran away. So the guru is the same as the Buddha, and you have this firm and unchanging thought, and this is the most reverent and pure faith. And of course, this is extremely marvelous. There's this joke. I accompanied a co-worker to go to court as a sight listener. The first time I was very nervous. Everybody was very serious and very quiet, solemn. And then when the judge came out, someone shouted, everybody stand up, and I don't know where it came from. I shouted back, how are you, teacher? Because in the past in class we always say back, how are you, teacher? So something is not quite right. But if we connect just right, then everything is wonderful. But if you don't connect right, then things would be convoluted. The husband asked the wife a riddle question. And the husband said, there is a little bird wearing a yellow robe dancing on the tree. Why is it shot to death by a hunter? And the husband, it's bulletproof. And why was it shot to death? And the wife thought for a long time. And the bulletproof vest sounded like a yellow, like an egg yolk. And the husband said wrong, because the bird was dancing stripless, striptease dance. So even when the bird was wearing a bulletproof vest, it still got shot because the bird danced a striptease. So it took off the vest and the clothes. That's also cause and effect. The last one. So when a man is looking at a woman, which part would he look at first? So which part is he looking at first in a woman? A man said, other man would first look at the breast and then look at her face, the boobs. But I'm different. So he asked, so which part do you look at first? And he said, I would look at my wife first, where she is. That also makes a lot of sense. When we're expounding on Lamdre, it's also the reason of the path. How can one attain Buddhahood? to talk about the concepts. And when you expound on the concepts, that's the path and its fruit, Lamdre. So what is Lamdre? Path and its fruit. The fruit is the fruition, and the path is the exposition. When talking about the path and its fruit, you need to talk about all ways to attain fruition. So that is Lamdre. So today we are also talking about Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, and it's the same. And Avalokitesvara's fruition is Tathagata, the right Dharma Tathagata, radiance Tathagata, and many other epithets. But why would he or she want to become a bodhisattva? Because she has the compassion to salvage sentient beings to be in samsara. And having this compassion, she has a truly soft and gentle heart. And because softness and kindness and gentleness are feminine, it's similar to the heart of a mother. That's why she appears as a female. And she also appears as a beautiful and dignified one. I had the vision of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. The vision was not direct. It's from her back. And what she was wearing, like I said, like Anita Mui, when she was singing the intimate lover with the headdress and the croc skirts, the layered skirts. And then she turned around a little bit and just let me see her face. And wow, I almost fainted. All my life, I have never seen any Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva as beautiful as that. So that vision, that time, left a very vivid impression. And your ability to see a bodhisattva or tathagata, that's extremely wonderful. Which means that your chi channels and light drops are extremely smooth. Om Mani Padme Hum. So we have a whole family from Indonesia. Where are they sitting? A family from Indonesia. Please stand up. They are from Indonesia. And this family is different. So the husband can speak a little bit of Chinese, and the rest cannot. Is that right? They speak English. How about the wife? Indonesian, not English. They are like this. You were Catholic before? You were Catholic. And when they were in Indonesia, you read my books. And they flew here.
太太本身来讲，这个
we can say
太太
that the
这
wife
位男主人的太太在梦中见过我，是吗？
has met me in her dreams, right?
引尊，好，看了3次，她在
3
梦中
times.
见过我3次，
She met me in her dreams 3 times.
是莲花童子的转世。
And she is a reincarnation of Padma Kumara.
他们各自这个家族各自都有连结。
So this family, they all have some spiritual responses, including the husband, the wife, and the children. They have spiritual responses. So they flew here to ask Grandmaster if their spiritual experience are real.
那么也欢迎你们来这里呢，或者回到印尼以后，好好的修行，都会有。
I welcome you here, and please practice the best you can when you return to Indonesia, and you would have great attainments.